week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. to catch Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR.
Tune in.
What's up, y'all? We are back. This is Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR, and I am, of course, JR. And as you can tell, Charlie is not sitting over there.
I'm not Charlemagne.
We got the word out. We looking for. We gonna find her eventually. No, she's actually this. Once or twice a year, she gets together with family members, and they are up in Seattle having a good time.
Yes.
In fact, today is her mother's birthday, actually. So, happy birthday, Valerie!
Happy birthday, Valerie!
Yeah. But we're gonna go ahead and do the housekeeping. Speaking of Facts with Charlie and JR is brought to you by Kiss Wealth Now, taking care of not some, not half, but all of your commercial and residential real estate needs. The number to reach them is 214-738-4913. You can reach them on the web at kisswealthnow.com altogether, Kiss Wealth Now, and give them a call. She was, I think she was number 6 in the state, entire state of Texas.
Yes.
Doing loans, selling real estate. So, she must be doing something right. So give her a call, check her out. I also want to acknowledge the Speaking the Facts crew, our alter egos, the fly guy and the fly girls. Don't call it a comeback because I've been fly. And Charlie, who was, again, she is out there partying. She is Fly Money. And the third member of the Speaking the Facts crew is our producer, Kim, a.k.a. This Shit's Fly. What's up, Kim? Hey. We got Taylor over there on the knobs and faders. How you doing, Taylor? She's doing all right. So as long as she's doing all right, we're doing all right. That means everything's gonna work. So without any further ado, we went on the air on time. So I feel like I gotta kill some time, but I don't.
That part.
But I'm gonna. In fact, Pam, do you want to introduce our guest for this evening? In fact, Pam is our co-host for tonight. So I thought maybe since y'all were having a little discussion before I got here, maybe.
But I was trying to save all of.
You were saving all.
I was saving it all. Yeah. But I will introduce Miss Patricia Harris.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Yeah. Who is our project engineer supporting FAA programs? Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, and so you focus on requirements, systems, integration, and testing, partnering with FAA.
Yes.
Okay.
So how much education did it take to get the position that you have now?
Well, I do have.
In fact, let me try to make sure that you're in this mic a little bit. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and talk. I'm just gonna.
Well, I do have a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering that I earned in college.
Oh, okay.
So. A 4-year degree that took me a lot longer than 4 years.
That's all right though. Let's
you finished.
Yes.
I was gonna say let's talk about that for a second because not everybody gets a 4-year degree in 4 years.
True.
So let's give those who are on that on that other side of 4 years give them a little encouragement to keep going because there is a prize at the end of the rainbow so.
Yes, it's well worth it to complete what you started as far as a degree or a program in school. I know a lot of us were known, like me and my friends in school, were known as super seniors.
Wow.
But it's okay because a lot of times we took breaks. We'll take a summer to do an internship or even a co-op that's during the semester. So that work experience before graduating was crucial.
So did taking a break and doing the internships, did it help you get a job once you got out?
Absolutely. I did 3 different internships.
Did you end up working for any of them any of the companies that you did the internship with?
No, I didn't. But it led me to a great opportunity immediately after graduating. And I was with that company for 10 years.
Wow.
Okay. So the FAA, that's a changing department, I think, these days, kind of.
Definitely.
Yes. I see a lot of changes. So it's the Federal Aviation Administration, Federal Aviation
Federal
Administration?
Aviation
Yes.
Administration. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, they're over the airports across the U.S. And I am contracted to the FAA through a company called Leidos.
Oh, okay.
So Leidos is very similar to your Lockheed Martin and your Raytheon. It's government contracting. And so as a contractor, I'm on their engineering services team. And I and my peers, we travel to different airports across the U.S., but mostly like Texas, regional traveling. So the neighboring states around Texas. And we're traveling to the airports to upgrade their power equipment.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, just to keep the system upgraded power-wise. And so a lot of those sites you'll see off-site of the airport. It's in like equipment buildings
Oh, okay. Okay.
that the public wouldn't typically see.
Is there more demand on you with all of the, with the shutdown and the, air traffic controllers not getting paid? Is there more pressure on your department to get things done because of that?
I would say yes and no. As far as shutdown, a lot of the times that affects the non-essential workers. So for engineering, we could be considered non-essential, but in most cases we're
You
considered
got to keep
essential.
it running.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we could get affected, and it could go both ways.
Yeah.
But as far as pressure of work and projects, that goes as normal. Our
okay.
projects are already scheduled out. We're already following the schedule or project timeline, and so we typically stick to that.
Okay. So what was your minor in school?
Oh, no minor. I didn't have a minor.
You didn't have a minor? Okay.
No, I could have did math. I think I was maybe 1 or 2 classes away in math, and I could have had a minor in math.
Okay. So Pam, this is someone that likes math.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love math.
So who inspired you to follow this stream, and at what age?
Oh, okay. Well, as a kid, I always I always played with like Legos and Barbies.
Okay.
Right? So those were my 2 favorite toys.
Legos and Barbies.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Seems to be a little contrast there.
Right. So I was even sewing the clothes for my Barbies.
Okay.
My mother taught me how to sew, and so I sewed clothes for my Barbies. Now, my mom was very, very, very smart in school. I think she graduated number 11
Oh, wow.
in her class of 500.
Okay.
Wow.
So very, very studious. And she ended up studying pre-law and political science.
Oh, okay.
Now, my dad was more so construction worker in the union. And so I think I get a combination of both, being
Yeah.
studious
Yeah.
and then having that, I don't know, maybe working in the field, because I do work in the field, and just having that background, seeing my dad on construction sites.
Yeah.
And then what inspired me to go for engineering, I think it was more so in high school. A junior in high school, I believe my chemistry teacher reached out and said, hey, you may want to consider engineering as a career.
Right.
I always excelled in math and science. And then I believe junior year or senior year in high school, I attended an engineering day for girls.
Okay.
It was an event at Northwestern University. So I grew up in Chicago, born and raised, and I attended that one-day engineering day for girls at Northwestern. And I listened to a panel of women speak about their careers. And I said, yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. Yep. So when it came time for school and to enroll in school, my major was engineering. I just didn't know which discipline.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
there are a lot of engineering disciplines.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Yep.
Yeah, the reason why I asked that because I recently went into a high school and talking with some of the kids, and you asked them, so what do you want to do, when you graduate? Oh, I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. 11th and 12th grade, and you're still figuring it out. So as you mentor, what are some of the things that you're looking for in the person that you're mentoring? What are some of the qualities that will make them successful as engineers?
Well, as a college student myself, one of the part-time jobs that I picked up was math tutoring. So I tutored a lot. It was a good way to make money while I was a college student. And so when mentoring kids, now that I'm in my profession, and we do a lot of outreach to mentor kids in high school and younger. A lot of times those group of kids are already really good students.
Okay.
They're already excelling in their academics. And so if we see them excel in math and science, then yeah, we're like, okay,
Yeah.
what do you think you want to do?
Right.
And so that's why you see a lot of STEM programs enter the education system or enter the school system. And they are introduced now into robotics, how to code robotics or robots. They're introduced to coding itself, just coding on the computer. And I guess some of the earlier programs may have been making paper airplanes and then have a competition of whose plane can fly the furthest, or even a mousetrap car. You know,
Yeah.
so they'll do different projects and stuff. And that's a great way to introduce high school students and younger to the principles of engineering. It's just teaching you how to think, problem solve, think logically, analyze. And you take those skills into the workplace.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's great. What do you think, JR? Did you run across some of those today as you were in
I
school?
did. I don't think I ran across anyone that I would recommend to Patricia to mentor.
Not today, huh?
Not today. And it's really both funny and sad because about halfway through the class, I don't know if you heard on the news where there was this. I think she was a principal in Dallas that called all of her black students together and had this speech and told them that they were the reason that the school wasn't getting an A. The school was getting a B rating, so it isn't like the school wasn't getting a good rating. But she called them together and told them they were the reason that the school wasn't getting an A rating. Of course, she is jobless.
Correct.
As
she should be.
Yes, as she should be. However, I have to admit that when I'm in this classroom, the African American kids, the black kids, were the ones that were doing 90% of the clowning, you know. And then you have the Asian kids over here, and you have the other kids over here that were trying to listen, you know. So that her pulling them together and making that speech, ill-advised as it was, you know, we African Americans, we you know, black people, we have a gift that is both it gets us through, but it also, you know, gets us in trouble. You know, we are masters at getting in where we fit in. We are masters at adaptation. You know, we can become whatever we need to become, but that skill to imitate doesn't help when you are not self-assured, and so you start imitating other people that are clowning next to you because you're not self-assured yourself. You're not confident enough to say, I'm listening to the teacher. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, because most of them are followers, and that's why that happens. You know.
Well, I feel as though we do need more mentors. We need more programs like what you're doing, right?
Yes.
Just to give them the opportunity, right? And then we as grandparents, we as parents,
Yeah.
aunties, uncles, we have to make a difference.
Now, for y'all on the camera, when she said grandparents, does she look like a grandmother?
Yes.
No,
Not at all.
She
Feel like one sometimes too in the morning. Yes, yes. So how many kids are you guys mentoring?
Okay, so
Or tell us about it a little bit more in depth.
Student organization that really helped me through college because the curriculum is challenging, and it was intimidating. but a student-ran organization called the National Society of Black Engineers helped myself and my peers through school. And so that organization was started in Chicago. Well, it was started by a group of 6 black men that's from Chicago.
Wow.
And it started in 1975. And they were students at Purdue University in Indiana. And so they saw a need for a support group because it wasn't many or if any other black engineers in school.
Wow.
And so they got together, they called themselves the Chicago Six.
Huh.
And then eventually
When that movie, Tyler Perry? Oh. When that movie coming
Yeah,
out?
when that movie coming out, yep.
Chicago 6.
the Chicago Six.
Wow.
And then that formed into the National Society of Black Engineers. And so that was 1975. So here we are 2025, and we have over 33,000 chapters, just nationwide and internationally. And so with that organization, we have NSBE Junior, or NSBE Junior, NSBE Collegiate, and now we have NSBE Professionals.
Nice.
So DFW has a chapter, Chicago has a chapter. Chicago chapter is known as the mother chapter because that's just where it originated.
Right.
And so here in DFW, the local chapter, they're very, very active with the community. And so I'm a member. I'm active with them. I've only been here 3 years. I come from Chicago, so.
And you brought that win today.
Yeah, brought it right with you, huh?
The cold, the breeze.
We appreciate that.
And so with the DFW chapter, they do a lot of outreach and reach back to local communities, including Fort Worth, Oak Cliff,
Nice.
I believe North Texas or North Dallas too. And then they work a lot with the University of Texas of Arlington, or UTA. And so these are high school students and younger, and they put on several programs a year. Our academic year runs like August through May, or September through May, like a school year would. And each year we select new officers to be on the board. And it's a pretty large chapter. When I came here from Chicago, I was amazed at how active this chapter is. And so what was your question when mentoring the youth?
Yes. Well, that was it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that was it. So you have hands-on with them as well, or the chapters? Like,
The DFW chapter.
okay, the DFW chapter.
And I do reach back and volunteer. So yeah, we have conferences. Within those conferences, we volunteering as well as holding workshops for us, for the professionals, but we're also doing outreach programs for the youth.
And are they getting like scholarships or?
Yes, so every May, NSBE DFW chapter, they'll hold an annual gala, and they'll present scholarships to students that excel.
Nice.
And yeah, they have a lot of sponsorships from different companies, and they're able to fund those scholarships.
That was my next question. You just answered it. How are those scholarships funded? Because you know,
Corporations and corporate partnerships that NSBE has.
yeah. So I got to tell you, I have a coworker that is from Chicago, and he is, you know, he wears a Chicago cap, a Chicago lanyard around his neck. So he's gonna love you. I just got to tell you, he is gonna love you. You know, so you what would you suggest for a high school student that maybe is struggling, being motivated about their education? Because that's kind of what I experienced today. You know,
Okay.
so.
So for students that are unsure or struggling, and what age group we're speaking of?
These were today. They were 7th graders, so they were
Oh.
12, 13.
Middle school.
Yeah, middle school. Yeah. Yes, see, they understood my pain already. I don't have to. I didn't have to say nothing.
Middle school.
So, you know, my son is a junior in high school. So, but he's like really independent. He takes on leadership qualities. So yeah, I will encourage the youth to, it's very important to respect your teachers, right? Respect your parents,
Yes.
and to
Where it
listen.
starts.
Because we're only telling you good things, right? We're telling you what's best for you because we have so much experience, life-wise and school-wise. And it's very important to be your own person and not follow, like you were saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be a leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay to ask questions in class, raise your hand, and make sure that you understand the material before the teacher moves on. I know a lot of times it might seem like the teacher is flying through the material, but you, in a respectful way, you have to make sure you get it. And you can do it right there in class because it will encourage other students to raise their hand.
Yeah.
And then if you need more help, I would seek tutoring after class. Seek those office hours with your teachers and participate in school, right? So
Yeah.
participate in the classroom and then join the sports and the clubs that the school offers.
Yeah. And participate. Participating in school is participating in your life.
Yes.
And I just got to say, these are two beautiful black women up here, because she said she had a junior, a son that's a junior in the high school, and I was like, no. And then she said she was a grandmother, and I'm like, no. So whatever y'all doing, keep on doing it, because you're doing it well.
Thank
Amen.
you.
But yeah, I was. That's one of the things I was talking about today was respecting authority and respecting the position that the person holds before you attempt to respect the person, because a person can say one word and you might take offense to it, not understanding the context that they're using it in or whatever. But a person can say a word and you might take offense to it and cut that person off. But if you're respecting the position that the person holds, then it keeps your mind open to what the person is saying, what the person is doing. And since no one is perfect, even leaders still need to grow. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So if you respect the position, you are giving that person a chance to grow and excel in that position. So that's definitely something that I was spending a lot of time talking about today, was respecting authority. I want to take 30 seconds because I want to come back to you, but I want to take 30 seconds since Pam, you are a guest co-host.
Okay.
I just wanted you to tell them a little bit about you.
Okay, well, I am Pamela Smith, and I am a realtor in the DFW. I am also a breast cancer survivor. Praise God. All
Praise
glory
God.
to God.
Yeah.
He's still
Yeah.
performing miracles, so make sure you women are going to get your mammograms. Early detection saves lives. And I am also a proud member of the grandparents. I have six grandbabies and 3 adult kids. And then I have a business called the Stack Goddess. So that is who I am. And I'm an advocate for breast cancer awareness.
All right.
Okay. And what's the business? The Stack.
The Stack Goddess.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, The Stack Goddess, and then my real estate with Keller Williams is Pamela_KW Realty.
Okay. Okay. So you said you got inspired in high school to do, but you've been good at math like you were since you were in grade school.
Yes. But as far as English and reading, I struggled in those areas, and even speaking. So I remember in maybe 1st through 3rd
Wow.
grade, they pulled me to the side, and I had to take an extra class in speech due to a lisp.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how inspiring is that?
Yeah.
So one would have said that you had some setbacks, but actually it set you up to be who you are. So we can't look at those setbacks as failures.
I'm gonna have to
That's
borrow
true.
that, Pam. I
Wow.
like that. Setbacks has actually set you up to
Yes,
succeed.
set you up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And so that's what I was wondering, because there had to been someone that nurtured you and guided you to who you are today. And that's what I was asking, because I feel as though sometimes that's where we're missing with our kids, that connection. So somebody has to see that in you to say, you know what, this is a good match for you. You ought to follow this.
Yeah, I definitely have to give majority credit to my parents. So my mom and dad, and then as well as having faith in God, right? They always taught me to be a believer. We didn't always go to church. I think I go to church more so now, but it was always ingrained in us, even from grandparents.
Good.
But yeah, mom and dad, watching them as we were coming up, my brother and I, we struggled, right, with some finances and stuff. Chicago, we weren't rich or anything. We lower class, I would say, lower middle class, and
But good
yeah.
morals,
Yeah.
respect, and like you were saying, JR, the respect.
Yeah. Respect it is huge, because if you people that don't respect other people, in almost every case I've found, they suffer from a lack of self-respect in
Right.
some areas. You know, they don't respect themselves.
Correct.
And if you look at their mannerisms, how they carry themselves, you'll see that it is they are deflecting that disrespect that they have for themselves upon other people.
Upon others.
You know, and
That's
it is something that I think that, you know, just I guess segueing off topic a little bit just for a second, we black men, we have to work harder at being in our homes when with our children. The one thing that you said is that your mom and dad were there.
Yeah, your
Yes.
parents.
Yeah, your parents
Your
were there.
parents
It
were
wasn't
there.
one person trying to
Correct.
raise this child. And I know that the times that I had my oldest two children by myself, there was times when I was raising Charlamagne and TJ, you know, and I was taking care of them myself. And you know, you think you can, you know, okay, well, you know, do this, do that. We're gonna eat now. We're gonna do this. But kids need more than that. You know, they need
Structure.
the wholeness of, you know, by having two parents in there, having that mother and that father there. You know, and there was. So I just wanted to just encourage the black men out there that just don't make babies that you're not going to be interested in taking care of. You know what I'm saying? Because having a child and subjecting that child to a life of degradation or degradation or you know, just thinking that no one loves them and just subjecting them to all that because you're not there. When, you know, be there. You know, just be there. You know,
I would definitely have to give credit to my son's father too. So I relocated to Texas from Chicago, but my son did not come with me. So for 8th grade, that's when Dad took over full time.
Nice.
So he
Praise
was
God.
13, right? So now he's 16.
Wow.
Now that was tough for me.
Of course. but that's the sacrifice it sounds like you made, because at that age,
He needed Dad more.
That's and that's major. That's major. So it could have made some changes. So I know that was a sacrifice that you did, but at the end you'll see the results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I give a lot of credit to my son's dad. And we co-parent well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's really good.
yeah, and that's
it took a
good.
while.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
you know,
does.
but we got to a good spot.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you put him first. It's not about you. It's not about
Right.
him.
Right.
About
It's
the kid.
about
Yep.
yeah. That's great.
That is
Glad to hear
fantastic.
that. Yeah.
Because
Thank you.
because not all relationships work, unfortunately.
Yes.
But that does not negate the need for that child to have both parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so dropping our pride, you know, learning not to take things personal so that we can see beyond our own pain, our own frustration, to see the needs of this child, you know, because that's what's important, you know, and at the end of the day, you know, that's in fact my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, Lorraine, she you know, she not gave, but her, you know, my great grandson is staying with his father now.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So, and she
Sometimes they need that.
well, they need that, yeah. You know, and she was humble enough to realize that there was things that my great grandson needed that she wasn't able to give him at that time. You know, and rather than being mad at his father, you know, they again decided to worked out the rough edges and decided to co-parent.
And we co-parent.
You know. So it's something I wanted to ask because you said your father was in construction and your mother was educated. That just seems like two such different personalities.
Well, that's how she is. Who she is because it takes all of that for your position, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times I'm the only woman or the only woman of color in the workplace or even in the classroom coming through school. That was really intimidating.
Right.
So that's why we needed student organizations such as NASB. So we have a Hispanic version to that, right? They call themselves SHIP. We have a women's version. They call themselves SWE. And then when you start getting into the disciplines, it's an IEEE one. That's for electrical engineers.
Right.
So that's why you lean on those groups because that's how we formed study groups.
Right. That part.
We were studying together. It didn't matter which race you was, which ethnic background you were. We knew we had a test to study for and a class to get through. The material a lot of time was abstract.
Yeah.
A lot of our professors were foreign. And so we relied on old exams to study. And you really couldn't finish school on your own.
Right. I did want to touch on what you said. You were the only black woman. You were the only woman in some rooms. There's a lot of women that are dealing with that today. So what inspired you to push through that? Where was your courage in that? Because sometimes when you're the only one in the room, sometimes women aren't their authentic self. So what made you get more and more comfortable with being in a room like that?
I guess with years of experience. I spent 10 years with a utility for Chicago. So they call it ComEd. Here they call it Encore. And it's just our power electric utility. It's our electric bill every month. And a lot of times that job, I was like a design engineer. And so 50% of my job was at my desk looking at drawings at the computer. But the other half, I spent time in the field. And that's majority men because that's the construction. They're the experts of material, right? They're the cable splicers. They're climbing the poles. They're going underground in the manholes. And I have to look at that cable. So I need them to take pictures for me sometimes. Or they'll get in a bucket truck and go up to the power lines. That's really high. And they may take photos or I may take photos from the ground. I'm writing notes. I'm comparing my drawings to what's out in the field to see if it's accurate. And then we're taking that existing equipment and just upgrading. So we're keeping the system robust so that we don't see as many power outages.
Yeah, we don't like power outages. We don't like
At all.
In Chicago's weather, right, with Chicago's extreme weather, it was very crucial.
Wow.
That job was really, so a lot of times it was stressful. So we had our 9-to-5 job, and then we had a storm duty role. So that's everyone on the company. It didn't matter which department you worked in. You had a storm duty role, and you were called in. It was like an all hands on deck thing. Some people were military background, right? And a lot of people were educated, engineer background. But I guess just being in those spaces made me more comfortable with talking with men. You know, in construction, the foreman is a man.
Yeah.
Their crews are men. But they're the experts, and I'm just more so technical or book knowledge. But they have the hands-on experience. And and they're working around the high voltage.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm wearing gear, they're wearing gear.
Yeah.
you know.
You got to stay protected.
Yep. And then, well, what else was there?
That
just
was,
just
that was
being
it. I was just
comfortable.
wondering, have you ever been challenged, you know?
Oh yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. I think it more so came in the office space than the field. Just working with your peers or your direct manager.
So did the dichotomy of your parents, because obviously they had different personalities.
Oh, my parents.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Did watching them teach you the art of interpersonal communication? You know, did it teach you to see the good in things and not and realize that, you know, that success is the sum total of the parts of good things. You know, the great thing at the end is the sum total of good things. So did their different personalities kind of help you to be in the role you're in now, where you're having to deal with these men and having to deal with these different personalities?
Absolutely. So for my dad, he did not finish high school.
Okay.
Yep. So he grew up on the south side of Chicago, and his mom and dad decided to send him up north to school. So it was an all-white school. And he was met with a lot of racism. So he did not graduate high school.
Wow.
And so his father encouraged him, hey, you may want to go into construction, you know, take on a trade.
Yeah.
So he was a laborer in the union. And so that's what he did. He went from construction company to construction company, a lot of the big names. And then when I got to ComEd as an engineer, I recognized those names because we would work with them.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, for material or on the construction sites. And I recognized a lot of those companies. So, yeah, it's just funny how things or
Full
how life
circle.
goes. But my mom and dad, they met at a skating rink.
Ain't that
Roller
it?
skating was big in Chicago, so
Yeah.
the entire family roller skates.
So the administrator and the construction worker met at the skating rink.
I love it.
That's a movie. That's a movie
Yeah.
plot if I ever heard one. You know, but
So my mom, you know, she come from Springfield, Illinois,
Oh,
small
okay.
town. She has siblings, and she was the only one to graduate from college. So she came up to Chicago from Springfield. So Springfield's like downstate.
yeah.
She came up to college on a scholarship
Nice.
to the University of Illinois. And the plan was to go into law school, but, you know, she stopped
Yeah.
at political science and pre-law.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, my parents met, had me. Years later, had my brother.
I was about to ask you had siblings. It's just you and your brother?
And my dad has 2 daughters.
Oh, okay. Okay. They're back in Chicago?
Yes, they're in Chicago.
Oh, okay. Like I said, my coworker's gonna watch this. He's gonna love you.
Oh.
He's getting back. He's gonna tell me, now she's the star. You were just sitting there. But yeah, it is. I just love seeing people excel, and not just excel, but to overcome, you know, the adversities that we face. You know, it is a lesson for all of us. And so you are an electrical engineer.
Yes.
So what made you decide on that specific? Because like I said, there are a lot of different aspects to engineering.
Electrical is the most math heavy. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I had to take the most math for electrical. And it's more diverse, right? You could take that degree and kind of go in numerous industries. So I did power utility, and now I'm doing aviation. But my internships, I was at Toyota.
Oh, okay.
I was at Caterpillar. And what was that first one? Federal Signal Corporation. So they make the highlighters and sirens for emergency vehicles.
Okay.
And so I did get to see different industries with the same degree.
And at Toyota, you were creating the wiring that operates the car.
I did see the wire harness in the
Yeah.
in the hood of the car, but I was in logistics and conveyance.
Oh, okay.
So moving parts around the the factory itself.
Yeah.
And I had to go to Kentucky for about 4 months.
Oh, wow.
I was still a student.
Oh, okay.
But I took time away from school to do that co-op.
Oh, okay. That's why you were the super senior. So you.
Oh yeah, yep. But we were making money.
Hey, there you go. There you go. There you go.
You know, whereas some internships are free, right, unpaid. But yeah, we were paid pretty well as a student.
Good. As a student, yeah.
Well, because money does keep a lot of people from pursuing education. So,
Okay.
you know, so that drive to bring the two together, to do an internship and to get paid, you know,
Yes.
both worked out well for you. And so how long did it take you to get out of school? Because you said that you were
About 6.5 years.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You did it.
I had
though.
my son in school, so
Yeah, you did it though. Yeah, and you did not let that stop you.
yeah, that motivated me more to finish. Like once you start a family, have a kid, yeah, you got to finish your
Yeah,
degree.
yeah.
'Cause-
Yeah, so first your mom, now you. Yep,
yes.
very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, most impressive. I was reading her bio a little while ago, and I was like, wow, this is you kind of scroll through, it's like, wow. It is really impressive to see someone, and I see when I say so young, that makes me acknowledge my age. So, so I was reluctant to say so young. However, I'm gonna go ahead and eat my Wheaties. I'm gonna go ahead and but it is most impressive to see someone so young, so focused, because it took a lot of focus, especially because from what I understand, a lot of people that leave school never go back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
They may end up doing something else, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, how do you finish paying those school loans if you left with any? And that would really motivate myself and a lot of our peers, or a lot of my peers, to, hey, we have to finish.
Right,
So
exactly. Finish what you started, right.
a lot of us had internships, because we got jobs through NSBE. Oh, I forgot. NSBE hosts career fairs.
Oh,
So we attend the conference as a college student, and then that's where you go to visit those companies, and now you're face to face with executives, and they may be younger, right? They may be younger, and they'll relate to us more as a college student. And we also have like resume writing workshops, mock interview workshops. So we were really prepped before entering the industry.
wow.
Yeah, we had training.
Yeah.
So-
learning how to interview is important.
Yeah.
Just learning how to
Elevator pitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Elevator pitch,
Yeah.
right.
Yep. Learning how
You
to.
only get one shot.
Yeah.
So Pam, you have your elevator pitch, firmly, firmly in grasp.
I'm still working on it. I'm working on excellence. Yes, I am.
Because I was just sitting here thinking, I was like, wow, I've got probably several elevator pitches. I probably need to kind of sort them out and see which one to use when.
Right.
I could have used a good one today at that class.
That class is haunting you.
Yes, it is. That class was like probably, in all honesty, because I've been doing this 10 years, and that was probably the worst class that I've had was today.
Wow.
Teaching life skills?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, we teach like how to have healthy relationships, how to avoid unhealthy ones. We teach the federal APS subjects, parent-child communication, financial literacy, just those things that are going to help a person.
The things that you would think they would be interested
To
in.
think that they would be interested
Right.
in. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And there was, and in fact, I to kind of highlight the point of people following each other, because one of the grants that funds us, the state grant, is focused on abstinence. Now, it was focused on abstaining from sex until marriage, but that controversy went back and forth. So they just kind of say abstain from risky behaviors. Okay. But but you were talking about, one of you were mentioning just a person knowing what the instructor is. I think it was you that mentioned the instructor taking time to know what making sure that people understand them.
Well, it's up to the student to make sure they know the material. And so, as students are in school, the more you participate, like outside of the classroom, whether sports or clubs, you as a student will be more interested. So, and then you'll start to see your interests. So then you'll start to form, okay, what do I want to do after high school? Do I want to go into entrepreneurial space right away? Or do I want to go the traditional college route? Because it's so many different new ways of making money now. Social media is a big part of that, and tech-wise. So you can go get certifications versus 4-year degrees and be okay. So it's changing, it's been changing.
And then
but you got to get through the basics, right? You got to get your diploma.
And I feel as though these kids just have too many distractions.
Okay.
We didn't have as many distractions when you were in school, when I was in school. They have too many distractions, but like you said, the more they get involved in groups or sports, the more you'll start developing, a behavior of
life skills.
Interpersonal
personal communication and all that. And it is and that is crucial because, again, being successful really in any career to a large degree is founded on your ability to understand another person without taking it personal. You know what I'm saying?
They don't like constructive criticism.
You have to be able to just like when I was back to that word abstinence. I was attempting not to move on because I attempt to remove the word try because try just allows you not to try. I'm trying, but are you really trying?
Right.
But I was attempting to make sure that they understood the word, and there was a couple in the back that they were just like, oh, this is going to end. I'm like, well, okay, but do you know what the word abstinence means? And after all the Stevie Wonder bit, the Stevie Wonder bit, it was like, okay, well, no, I don't know what it means. Okay, well, then it took me 5 minutes to get to the point where you're willing to admit that you don't know, so I can tell you because I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. You know, and it was just. But the second that we started talking about something, because we were talking about respecting authority and rules, and the second I allowed the conversation to go towards rules that they thought were stupid or they were engaged in, not being able to have their cell phone, that's stupid, and not being able to wear a hoodie, that's stupid, and what I'm saying,
that's stupid.
And so, and I had to say, well, okay, if that's why you feel, that's fine, but let's objectively look at why this rule is in place. Because I'm sure that you have to do this at home with your parents. You're not going to agree with all your parents' rules either.
Right.
But if a person's wearing a hoodie, does it make it harder or easier for them to commit a crime, even inside the school? If you can't see their face, you can't see their neck, you can't see their features, all you can see is this oval right here. Because that's the way they wear the hoodies. They wear them where you can't see anything but this oval. So from a caregiver standpoint, from a school administrator standpoint that is charged with protecting you, what are they supposed to do if there's a person in the school that they don't know whether they're supposed to be there or not? They don't know whether
we want to see your face.
Right, so and I said, now the phone. I said, well, okay, have grades gone up or gone down since cell phones have been introduced into the classroom? Have they gone up? Have they gone down? That after all of them, okay, they've gone down. Okay, they've gone down significantly, as a matter of fact. So, you're right. These are distractions that we didn't have to deal with, but they do. So, getting them to understand and navigate that, so that it doesn't impede their success path. It is, and it's something that I'm as a young brain, because this like I said, I read her bio, I was just so impressed. But you know, it comes down to choices at the end of the day for all of us. And every choice that we make is just like taking a seed and sticking it into the ground of tomorrow. You know, because that choice is gonna bear fruit.
Yeah.
You know, and I was attempting to get them to see that you're not going to get an orange with an apple seed. You know, there's a quote I say on the podcast all the time. It's from Funkadelic of all groups.
The Parliament.
Yeah, Parliament Funkadelic. Yeah, but they have a song called see because everybody thinks of Parliament. They think of the diaper and the boots and everything. But George Clinton is actually a genius, for lack of a better word. There's a song called Good Thoughts, Bad Thoughts.
Okay.
So if you are so inclined, listen to it. Now, I will warn you that it's about 12 minutes and 40 seconds long. The first 6 minutes or something is the most beautiful guitar waltz you would ever want to hear. It's by a guy named Eddie Hazel, their original guitarist. But the second 6 minutes is where the words comes in. And there's a line that says, every thought felt as true or allowed to be accepted as true by the conscious mind takes root in your subconscious, blossoming sooner or later into an act that bears its own fruit. Good thoughts bring forth good fruit. And it says, bullshit thoughts rot your meat. Think right and you can fly. You know, but it took me, that came out in the early 70s. It took me a while, years, to really understand what that song was saying. But what it is saying is that as human beings endowed with the greatest gift in the universe, which is choice, free will, because no other creature has total free will but us. So having that's power. You know, it's not a gun, it's not a bomb, because people chose to make those. You know, it's not money. People chose to create that. Choice is power. And so getting someone to understand, as you do, you know, that your choices led you to where you are. They led you to be this phenomenal woman with all this knowledge, you know, that you are now sharing with other people.
Thank you.
You know, you know, and Pam, you know, I mean, just you know, being a cancer survivor, being someone that sits there and smiles, you know, because I'm sure you see a lot of people that have been in your circumstance that don't take the time to uplift others because they can't uplift themselves.
Right.
You know, and so just being in a place where you understand that you are more than your circumstance.
That part.
You know, at all times you are always more than your circumstance. You know, and what's the longest study session you did?
Study session?
Yeah, I mean, getting through school. Did you have to burn the midnight oil and you know?
Oh yeah, we pulled some all-nighters. So I'm still friends with my college buddies today.
That's
we
awesome.
We were just texting yesterday, but yeah, we still need encouragement to get through work, right? Get through,
And
because we're
all
working
of
in
them
corporate.
engineers?
Yes. Well, these three I'm speaking of, yeah, they're all engineers, electrical. So 2 guys and 2 women, and we're all electrical. We came through the University of Illinois together at Chicago. And so I went to the same school as my mom.
Wow.
Now, UIC was my 3rd school.
Wow.
So I did have 2 schools first. And yeah, that can get discouraging if you're transferring schools. You're trying to figure out if you're really going to graduate. And you're looking at your credits and your GPA. The jobs look at GPA when you first come out. But it was a good thing I had 3 work experiences. Whereas my GPA wasn't as strong.
But your work ethic was.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And so my family, we lost our dad. We lost our dad in 2020. He had small cell lung cancer. So that was the first time I heard of small cell.
I never heard of small cell lung
Yeah,
cancer.
it's just very rapid or aggressive. He didn't live very long when we found out.
When he got diagnosed?
Yes. So he passed just after his 60th birthday.
Wow.
So yeah, young.
Yeah,
You
very
know.
young. I just turned 60.
Oh,
And
No way.
And look at her, y'all.
No way.
And look at her.
60 is
You know?
young.
Well, see, I'm 68, so I'm young then, I guess.
young.
You know.
Yeah.
But I guess, you know, Patricia, thank you for coming and hanging out with us. The clock on the wall
You're very
says
welcome.
we don't have to go home, but we do have to get the out of here. So, and Pam, thank you so much for
no problem.
for filling in for your friend and my daughter.
Yeah,
and,
no
and,
problem.
You know,
And I enjoyed this. Thank
Yeah.
you for coming
Thank
out.
you.
Yes.
and just let me use our guest as an example
Yes.
of sticking with education.
Yes.
Because unless you plan to become a criminal, when hopefully that is not your plan, but unless you plan to become a criminal, education is the best path to having the money in your pocket that you want to have. It's the best path to having control of your life, because education gives you options. Even more than money, education gives you options. Like you said, your education gave you options of different directions to go.
Yeah.
You know.
It's crucial to have that high school diploma. And nowadays, we see that it's required to have your bachelor's, right? And then as we get into the industry, we're pressured to go get our master's degree. That's something I didn't do. I haven't done.
Yeah.
It's not too late.
Yes. It's just, oh man, to go back to school. But
I know. For a second, it was like, go back to school. I can see it in your face. That was funny.
but for the youth coming up, yeah, you got a lot of options outside of high school, because you could be creative in so many ways that will earn you, an income.
Yeah.
It's just, what type of lifestyle do you want to have? What do you see for yourself?
That's it. What kind of lifestyle do you want to have? And are your day-to-day actions moving you towards that or away from it?
Yeah, don't think in the short term.
Right.
So
Yeah. Again, thank you. And
How do you contact?
and yes.
groups that she's in?
How do you if someone's interested in more information or being mentored or just whatever, how can they contact the group that you're in?
So the National Society is nsbe.org or nsbe.org, and then our local DFW chapter is nsbedfw.org. And so you could check out the website to come on as a volunteer, find out more about the programs and how to get your kids involved.
There you go. And I got to get your kids involved.
Yes, please.
We will be back next week, same facts time, same facts channel. Until then, as we always say, love yourself, because if you do, it'll be a lot easier to love somebody else.
Yes.
Yeah. Take care, and we will see you next week.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.